So it's the weekend and I don't have a ton of time today. But what I wanted to do is spend a few hours in the kitchen this morning doing some super easy, healthy meal prep for the week. And I'm gonna take you all along with me. And bonus, most of these recipes require like a very little cooking. So if you don't love cooking as much as I do, you're in luck. It's still morning time and I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So I'm gonna heat up one of these Tucson tamale breakfast tamales. Have you guys had these? I get them from Hungry Root. I can't find them anywhere else. You just heat them up in the microwave. It's like a sausage, egg, and potato breakfast tamale. It's like, it's one of my favorite breakfasts ever. Hungry Root is actually sponsoring today's video, so more on them later, but I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up and then we'll get started. I don't think it's really like traditional to eat a tamale with sour cream, but I eat it with mine because I like it. Also, the other day, I was out running errands and I'm like, I'm gonna stop at Starbucks and get a coffee. Shaken espresso with an extra shot of espresso was like almost $9. It was like $8.60 something. So today I'm making my own. I have a little shake. I have a little shaker here. So what I did is I brewed in here 3 shots of espresso from my Nespresso. I put some milk in there and then some sugar-free Torani brown sugar syrup, and then I just shake it up. Much cheaper than $8. Ooh. The first thing that I'm gonna do is make some hard-boiled eggs. So I found this recipe online. Look how good this looks. Mediterranean breakfast pitas. They have hard-boiled eggs in them. I'm like, you know, that seems like something that I would enjoy. So I'm gonna use my little Dash egg cooker. I know I can use my Instant Pot. I know I can boil them on the stove, but this little gadget I think is well worth it. It makes perfectly peelable hard-boiled eggs each time. I really love it. Once the eggs were done cooking, I just put them in a water bath and most of them peeled pretty easily. I also prepped some veggies this weekend, just washed them and put them into containers. So like I mentioned earlier, today's video is sponsored by Hungry Root. I've been working with them for a long time here on my channel and they have an awesome offer for you guys today if you want to try them out. But if you're not familiar with Hungry Root, it is freaking amazing. I've been actually using them for years and they make it really easy to get high quality nutritious food delivered right to your door. Planning meals and cooking can be just really time consuming and stressful, and the thing I talk about a lot is like the mental load associated with figuring out what's for dinner every week. And so I love that you can just log on to Hungry Root. You can either purchase groceries like standalone groceries, or they have a bunch of recipe options, and by a bunch I mean like tons tons of recipe options on their site that you can choose from. And most of their recipes, which I think this is the best part, most of their recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. And they have a ton of variety in their recipes, so there is something for every diet, every nutrition preference, every like and dislike. And as you order more with them, you can go back and rate the things that you've ordered. And so basically Hungry Root will learn what you like and what you don't like. And so when they fill your cart each week, you will have kind of like those personalized recommendations. They also have a super easy to use app so you can manage your deliveries. It's very convenient. I know you're gonna love Hungry Root as much as I do. So for a limited time, you can get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. So click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code JEN. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code JEN. So click that link, fill your cart up, get that 40% off and get that free item of your choice in each box for life. Highly recommend you all try Hungry Root, and thank you again to Hungry Root for sponsoring. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this super quick meal prep. This is the cilantro lime chicken and bean tacos. Only takes 6 minutes to prep. I guess technically this is cooking because I'm gonna have to heat it up on the stove, but technically really I'm not cooking anything. I'm just heating it through. So this is the Kevin's cilantro lime chicken. This is gonna go inside some tortillas with these refried beans. I'm gonna put them together for meal prep. I'll probably add a couple more toppings from my fridge also, but if you've never tried these Kevin's meals, they are super delicious. The meat is cooked in sous vide, so it's super tender and the sauces are really good, and it's just a super quick meal. Obviously you could cook this and eat it right away, or you can meal prep it like I'm gonna do here. So I just drained the liquid out of the chicken. I'm heating up this skillet over medium heat. I put a little bit of oil in the bottom, and we're just gonna heat this chicken through. I'm gonna break apart the pieces since these are gonna go in some tacos. Chicken is heated through, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this chimichurri sauce and then just mix this together, turn off the heat. Okay, so yeah, this seriously took me like 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes to do. So I really like these meal prep containers. I'll link them down below. I believe they're the Bentco brand. Yeah. They're dishwasher safe. They work great, and I like because they have like the separate compartments. So one thing I like to keep in mind when I'm meal prepping things like this is obviously I'm gonna have to reheat these components. So I went ahead and put the chicken in the larger section. And then if you've never had these refried red beans before from Hungry Root, they are super delicious. They're kind of different from a traditional refried bean. They're a little bit spicy, super flavorful. So we've got the beans and the chicken in this compartment. And then I went ahead and portioned out some sour cream, some shredded cheese. I always keep little packets of hot sauce and things like that in my fridge. So I've got some Tapatio, a little chocolate that I had in my pantry. And then I've got 3 tortillas in each of these bags. So super easy to obviously take this to work or wherever you're going. You can easily remove the things that don't need to be heated up when it's time for lunch. Heat these up and then go ahead and put your bean and chicken tacos together. So super delicious. So I wanted to let y'all know that I had this for lunch today and it turned out so good. I just heated it up in the microwave. I put the cheese over the chicken and the beans, and I actually ate this when I was between calls for work, stuffed it into the tortillas. It was so, so good. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna put together is gonna be super easy again. It's the Kevin's honey garlic beef with some rice. This is also delicious. I think I've had this, but it's been like quite a long time. So same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the beef. I'm using the same skillet. I just rinsed and wiped it out. We'll just add about a tablespoon of oil. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add my sauce and heat that through. Okay, so again, super easy and quick. So I went ahead and portioned these out into meal prep containers. This pre-cooked seasoned jasmine rice from Hungry Root is also really good, and I just portioned it out. I didn't obviously microwave this because it will get microwaved when we heat it back up, but I divided the rice, and then here's the honey garlic beef. I did go ahead and slice up some green onions and add those to there because that's really good with this kind of meal, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in the fridge. I've been craving a good chicken salad, like a homemade chicken salad. So one of the other things I did this weekend was to prep some of that. I went ahead and grabbed a $4 rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I don't know why I've been like sleeping on these. I should be buying them more because like the rotisserie chickens that you get hot from Walmart are like $4 or $6, I think. But if you get the refrigerated ones, they're only $4, which I think is a pretty good deal. So the recipe I like to use for chicken salad is the Pioneer Woman's recipe. I'll link it down below. I diced up some celery, some green onions. I'm going to slice up some grapes. These red grapes were super large. If they're smaller grapes, sometimes I just have them, but these were large. So I went ahead and sliced them. So I've got my celery, green onions, grapes. I've got my mayo and sour cream in the bowl. Added my spices. I think one of the things that really makes this particular chicken salad recipe great is that you add lemon juice to it and then also a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, which sounds kind of weird, but it makes it a little bit sweet and tangy with the combination of the lemon juice and brown sugar. So if you're looking for a really good chicken salad recipe, I highly recommend this one. I also added some toasted almonds, and then this was kind of my no cook meal prep. So I combined this chicken salad in a meal prep container with some wheat Ritz crackers, which are so good. Reminder, if you haven't had those recently. I also had some homemade ranch dressing in my fridge, so I added that along with some veggies that I cut up and washed this weekend, and this will be great to have this week for a really healthy lunch. Flashback. I've been so busy with work today, I haven't even had time to eat breakfast, and now it's almost noon and I'm super hungry. I got this green curry chicken in my Hungry Root box, which is perfect because I've been craving curry. In fact, I was just sitting up at my desk thinking, how long would it take me How long would it take me to make a curry? Because I have some green curry paste in my pantry, and then I remembered, oh, I already have one. So let's see, I probably just have to cook this in the microwave, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. So I went ahead and put this in a bowl. So when I eat like curry with rice, I like to put the curry in the bottom of the bowl and put the rice on top so that you can kind of mix in the rice with the broth or the sauce as you eat it. I also put a ton of cilantro on there. I'm so glad I don't have that gene that makes cilantro taste like soap. I would cry. I would cry. That's so good. Like just the right amount of spiciness, not too spicy, but a little bit spicy. I'm gonna go eat this and get back to work. Oh, but also here's the nutrition facts. 550 calories, 24 grams of protein. I'm gonna have this Hungry Root chicken and arugula quinoa bowl. I've had this before, it's so good. It's chicken meat, roasted chickpeas, quinoa, arugula, and then they have this Asiago peppercorn dressing. I might see what fresh veggies, I think I have some cucumber in the fridge, I might add to that. Let me put this in a bowl and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. All right, so I added my salad to a bowl, added the dressing. I added just a little bit of goat cheese because I had this in the fridge and I need to use it up, and then also some chopped cucumber. I also love that they packaged the little crunchy chickpeas separately, because obviously the main problem with prepped salads and even like prepping salads yourself sometimes is that you have to keep like crunchy components or soggy components sometimes separate from the rest of the salad so that you don't, make the whole salad inedible, because nobody wants like soggy croutons or soggy, roasted chickpeas. This is so good. Last time I got this salad, I was like, I forgot about quinoa. I have like a whole container of quinoa in my pantry. I'm like, why am I not cooking quinoa more? Anyway, I'm gonna go eat this and get to work because I have a lot of meetings today.
End of flashback.
So a few of the other kind of like bento style boxes that I prepped this week, I also wanted to share with you. I got this really good quality deli turkey and then also this Cabot Creamery Vermont Sharp white cheddar in my box this week. So I just took 4 of those turkey slices and rolled them up, put them in this OXO meal prep container with some of that sharp cheddar cheese along with some of those wheat crackers. And then I cut up one of the hard-boiled eggs, added that in there also with one of those little silicone muffin cups so that it wouldn't get the crackers wet, added some pepper to that, and this will be a really great high protein lunch for the week. I also picked up a few of these other items from Hungry that I wanted to mention. This cucumber corn black bean salad is so stinking good. Definitely get this in your box. It's great just to eat plain or with chips. I'm going to be traveling next week, so I also picked up this turkey jerky and then this buffalo chicken stick, just things that don't have to be refrigerated that I can throw in my bag. And then also this avocado crema is really good either on crackers or tortilla chips, or you can even put them on a taco salad as well. So if y'all want to get 40% off your first Hungry Root box, don't forget to grab that discount. I'll have that link in the description box below. And if you want to see the last healthy meal prep video that I posted, which I think you will love, you can click on the screen right here.